Selamat welcome! Bule Main here, and in today's video, we'll be discussing the different flavors of Zen. How to enjoy our sweet ninja boy from part the Mistveil. So, you've been interested, you've been looking at Zen, and you're like, huh, interesting. But how should I build him? Well, there are so many different ways you can explore Zen because his ability is so flexible. You can approach him from many different ways. You can focus on the tiger aspect because he creates a tiger. You can focus on the combo aspect because he searches for a combo card, or a little bit of both, or maybe something different entirely. Well, that's what we're going to discuss in today's video. Okay, let's jump right back into it. First of all, well, no matter what flavor of Zen you're looking to play as, these are the cards that you need to have to play Zen to his maximum potential. First of all, let's go through the equipment suite. The Stride of Reprisal, the Tiger Stripe Shuko, Tiger Taming Kakara, 12 Petal Kasaya, and Traverse the Universe, I feel like are very essential in all the builds. Because these equipments not only provide Zen with a total of 7 block, they also provide everything that he needs to function. Shuko provides extra damage, Stride of Reprisal gives you tigers to either throw away to Art of War or just be a tiger to enable your tiger combo cards. Tiger Taming Kakara is a very simple, always go again weapon that has benefits when you have tigers. 12 Petal Kasaya blocks well and provides resources better than Tunic can. And lastly, Traverse the Universe is a very essential combo piece when you're looking to do a big turn with Zen. Second is the Transcend cards. Well, to use his hero ability, different from other heroes previously that are not in part the Mistveil that use generic resources, he needs to use Chi. And how we get Chi is you need to transcend these transcend cards, these legendary mystic instants that do a tiny bit of useful effects, such as returning a card from your graveyard to your deck, healing you, filtering a card, banishing a card from the opponent's graveyard, and other minor effects. But the main thing you want to do with them is if you played a blue card before they resolve, they will transcend, as in they will flip into an inner chi card, which is a blue pitch card that specifically generates chi resources, which are represented by the blue symbols instead of the red resource symbols, and it returns to your hand. So you can use them as the resources to use your hero ability or pay for generic cards. Since our hero ability requires us having that, so we're definitely going to run Transcend, or else we're just going to end up with a vanilla hero that has no ability. Third is the not only a Zen staple, but a ninja staple, since we're a class that's dedicated to going wide many chain links. Art of War's +1/+1 buff to every attack action card this turn will benefit you and generate a ton of value. A class that can only provide 3 attacks in the combat chain can only get 3 buff value from Art of War. But a class that can go 7, 8, or even 9 chain links wide, well, that's a lot of value. Lastly is combo cards. There are cards such as Tiger Swipe, even though it looks like such a tiger card, but an aspect of the tiger body, which is a new rare that's very, very good. These 2 cards make it into all of the Zen decks as the main combo cards, as they function like the glue. Because Tiger Swipe is a good middle combo card that has go again, and it threatens to generate more tigers, which is scary, that can enable your other cards. So it's kind of a must block. And Aspect of Tiger Body is a very clean combo card with 3 power, 3 block, which is unheard of for ninja. And it has Go Again and generates a tiger if you played a red card before this. And since we're a ninja and we want to attack with multiple things, we usually want to use red attacks. Aspect of the Tiger Body almost always has its combo online. So these 2 cards are very good combo cards that make it into every Zen deck, at least for now. Maybe you can create a deck that doesn't include these 2. I would like to see it. Lastly, it's not cards specifically per se, but Zen's ratios are quite different from other ninjas, where we have Katsu, who runs 15 to anywhere from 15 to 18 blues. We have Fai, which runs as low as 12 blues in his whole deck. As Zen, we actually want 20 plus blues, some even going up to 25, 26, or even 28 blues in the deck. The reason being is the Transcend cards, they require you to play a blue card to be able to flip into an energy. So if we only have 1 blue card in our hand, we can't transcend our Mystic Instants. So we want a huge number of them. And second of all, he can utilize those resources well. And thirdly, Part the Mistveil gave us a bunch of really, really good blues that has great value even at a blue, which is usually 2 points lower than the red version of the card. So that's it for the Zen staples. So if you're looking to play the class, maybe you can look at your collection, which ones you're missing from these. The Transcend cards, I only put 3 of them, but usually you want every single one of them. You might not play all in your deck, but it's nice to have all of them, especially since the 8 Mystic Instant Legendary that are not the Sacred Arts are only commons, so you can just probably grab them. You can ask them for free from someone else if you don't have them already, or just play a draft and you get those. Okay, next we're going to discuss the 3 main known archetypes for now for Zen and Part the Mistveil. We have the Tiger archetype, the Hybrid, and the Combo. So what do each of these 3 archetypes, how do they function differently, and what makes them a completely different identity that we need to separate them? For example, Katsu, even though putting Tam's version of the deck and my version of the deck are quite different, it's a bunch of cards different, a lot more generic cards. For example, Standing Order and E-Strike, which I don't run, but they're still considered the same, just combo Katsu archetype. But Zen, we have completely different set of cards that are geared to do different types of things. Let's go through the Tiger archetype. Well, ever since Zen was spoiled, his weapon cares about tigers, his shoes generate tigers, his hero ability generates tigers and searches for a combo card, and a lot of the tiger payoff cards are combo cards that have an effect if you play them after a crouching tiger. So the Tiger archetype goes all in on the tiger theme, and it just focuses on doing that thing very well. Next, we're going to jump over to the combo. This feels a lot more like Katsu, where you depend on generically good combo cards that are available in the ninja class, such as Bonds of Ancestry and its line, and utilizing that powerful chain link combo with buffs such as Ancestral Harmony, because your hero ability is able to fetch a combo card, so you can grab the missing pieces that you need to unlock your hand without needing to hit like Katsu. And third is the hybrid build. where you take a little bit of both. So you still have the tiger payoff cards, but you have the combo potential of the Bond's Descendant. Let's dive into each one of these archetypes a little bit deeper. First is Tiger Zen. It's in the title put it's like Fi, but with cats. So the main thing you want to do with Tiger Zen, and why I said it's like Fi, is you're very, very good at generating a lot of chain links and at a very annoying breakpoints, either ones or fours. First, the main thing is with Tiger Zen, you want cards that are able to generate your Crouching Tigers, because only having one from your hero ability is not enough if you want to go all in on the tiger theme. So I have the old card Predatory Streak, which just create 3 tigers but in your banished zone. And we have cards from the Mistveil, new card Harmony of the Hunt, which is an attack that if you pitched a blue card, you get a tiger in your hand. This is a very important distinction since you can do a lot more with tigers in hand compared to tigers in the banished zone. Second, after we have a bunch of cards that creates tigers, we want to buff those tigers since Crouching Tiger is a 0 power attack with Go Again. So we want a way for our tigers to actually do damage, because if you create 9 tigers but none of them do any damage, then what's the point? So we have cards like Roar of the Tiger and Head Leads the Tail. Well, Head Leads the Tail doesn't say specifically Crouching Tigers, but it says that you can name a card other than Head Leads the Tail, and that card gets all cards with that name gets +1 this combat chain. So you play Head Leads Tail, you name Crouching Tiger, and all your Crouching Tigers, that combat chain will have the buff. So you see where we're going with this. We want a bunch of cards that makes tigers, and we want ways to buff them. Remember that Art of War that is always included in every ninja deck up to this point is a buff effect. So you want to stack multiple buff effects in a single turn and you want to generate a bunch of tigers in a single turn. That's where you get your huge combo turns. For example, you can generate 5, 6 tigers and you're able to buff them 2 or 3. Well, that's a ton of damage. Next, in the Tiger Zen, we're gonna focus on tiger payoff cards. First is the new card, Tooth and Claw, where you need to build your deck kind of around this card and pick the tiger generation cards that generate them in hand more than the ones that create them in banish, because Tooth and Claw's effect cares about how many tigers you can reveal from your hand when you play this card. If you reveal 1, it has Go Again. If you reveal 2, it gets +1 and Go Again. If you reveal 3 or more, it has +1, Go Again, and you draw a card. A baseline value of a 0 for 4 and a 3 block. With most turns, you're able to reveal 1 tiger, so it's 0 for 4, Go Again. That's a 3 block. That's just so much better than running like Rabble or Scar for a Scar. Next is the main card that made me want to play Zen. Before this card was spoiled, I was like, Zen's gonna be so crap compared to New and Enigma. But when this was spoiled, oh boy. Chase the Tail is a 1-mana card that attacks for 4, blocks 3. It has combo. If the card before this was a Crouching Tiger, it gets Go Again. And the next Crouching Tiger you play, this combat chain gets +3. So in total, it's a 1-mana card that deals 7 damage. Juicy. Lastly is a card from the Round the Table Tolarian Community College thingamabob. It's Mauling Key. It's a 1-mana 5 attack, so already good rate. And it has the combo payoff of dealing 1 extra damage if it hits, if the previous card was a Crouching Tiger. So you can see a lot of the tiger payoff cards are either combo cards or cards you need tigers for, and they all block 3. So your combo cards are better than the generic Katsu cards like Spinning Wheel Kick or 100 Winds, which only block for 2. So you're able to actually block better than a Fi, but you're able to present equal to or a little bit under what the number of chain links that Fi can provide. Next, I want to highlight the choice of blues. Since we're running 20 blues, usually anywhere from 5 to 9 of them are Transcend cards. We want the rest to be blues that are, first of all, usually you want Go Again on your blues. So you can play a blue and then you play your Transcend card. Because if you play a blue without Go Again, sure you can Transcend, but the Chi's stuck in your hand and you're going to end your turn. It's not very good. So the choice of blues for Tiger Zen, the two main ones that I always run in my Tiger Zen builds, you can see the deck list and the deck tech video, is Wind Chakra and Biting Breeze. Wind Chakra is a blue that has 3 value. If you can Transcend, you play a Wind Chakra. In response, before it resolves, you play a Transcend card. You flip it over, which means you've transcended, and then you let your Wind Chakra resolve. The Wind Chakra sees that you've transcended, and your next tiger gets +3. And you're guaranteed to get a tiger since now you have a Chi. You can activate your hero ability, and you get 1 tiger. So it's a blue that gets 3 value, which is really, really good for a blue, and it's a block 3. Next is Biting Breeze, which goes back to the main point of Tiger Zen, is you want cards that generate tigers. And being a blue with 1 attack, usually people don't want to commit a whole card just to block this so you don't generate the tiger. And generating tigers is hella value for this deck because, for example, like Chase the Tail, you need a minimum of 2 tigers in the turn to get the maximum value out of the card. Lastly, Tiger Zen is the only deck out of the 3 that I can feel like utilize massive momentum very, very well. Since it's like Fi, you can present up to 6-7 chain links in a turn with a 4-card hand. It means your opponent will have a hard time blocking out your attacks. They need to commit multiple 2 or 3 cards to stop you from drawing a card, or you become a 5 intellect hero that draws an extra card every turn. It's really, really good. So Tiger Zen is very, very consistent. Almost always you can convert and play every single card out of your 4-card hand that you draw, but you're still able to have a really huge pop-off turn by setting up a tiger buff effect in your arsenal and waiting for the hand to line up with cards that generate a bunch of tiger at once, for example, Predatory Streak or the new attack reaction Maul, which means you get a bunch of tigers in a turn where your tigers are attacking for more than 1. So that's it for Tiger Zen. Next up is Combo Zen. This is on the different end of the spectrum. You play a lot more like Katsu, but Katsu needs to hit to be able to search for the combo cards, while Zen, you need to transcend and have Chi in your hand to search for your combo cards. So it's a better Katsu versus decks that like blocking a lot and are good at blocking and are good and well equipped to handle breakpoints. Zen, you don't care about any of your attacks hitting since you can fetch your combo piece just by using your hero ability. Well, what does Combo Zen want to play like? First is you want your combo chain link card, the Descendant plus Bonds combo, and Bonds gets you another combo card from your deck, so you can play a very disgusting turn, but it requires very specific cards. The Bonds of Ancestry needs to be played after Descendant Gustwave or Whelming Gustwave, but Whelming Gustwave does not naturally have Go Again, and you don't really want to run the full combo line. Usually Combo Zen only plays these two. So yeah, whenever you have one in hand and you have an inner chi or a transcend card, you can grab the other piece and guarantee you'll have a very powerful turn. Next is you want a way to buff your damage. First is Ancestral Harmony, which buffs all your combo cards. So we're running a lot more cards with the keyword combo in Combo Zen. And Prismatic Leyline, the new generic buff effect from part the Mistveil, is buffs all three different colors. So it buffs 1 to a red, 2 to a yellow, and 3 to a blue. And it applies to all. If you play all three in a single turn, you get all three buffs and get 6 value out of a yellow pitch card. That blocks 3 as well. So in the Combo Zen, you usually run all 9 Bonds of Ancestry and all 9 Descendant Gust Waves and all 900 Winds. You're able to assemble all these chain links with multiple different colors to get the maximum value out of your Prismatic Leyline. And the next category is combo payoff cards. The new card, Shifting Winds of the Mystic Beast. Well, Combo Zen, we don't really have a good use for our tigers, except for this card. This card transforms our tigers into the missing combo pieces that we need. We can name our tigers to be Descendant Gust Waves, so we can go Tiger, Bonds of Ancestry, get a Bonds from our graveyard, banish a Bonds from graveyard, get 1 from deck, play another Tiger, name it Descendant Gust Wave, play the new Bonds, grab another Bonds. You see where I'm going with this. And it unlocks a very powerful interaction where usually we combo decks run Flusterfist as a good chain ender, because a 0 for 4 is already a good chain ender that you want to run. Where with Shifting Winds of the Mystic Beast, you're able to unlock the combo potential from the Flusterfist, since you can name your tiger Open the Center, which means if you go Tiger Bonds, Tiger Bonds, Tiger Bonds, Tiger Bonds, and then Tiger, you name it Open the Center, and then Flusterfist, that Flusterfist will have the Salt the Wound effect, where it gets +1 for every chain link that hit this combat chain before it, which is very nasty. So you're able to attack, for example, in an Art of War, Shifting Winds turn, you're attacking for 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 4, and then 1, 4 is the value of the Flusterfist plus X, where X is the number of things that hit from the 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 4 chain link. And a lot of decks will bleed at least an extra 4 to 5 hits there, unless they still have their full equipment suite. Even then, it's very hard to block all those 1s and breakpoints. Next is sometimes you run Be Like Water, since you have Descendant Gust Wave. Remember when I said we don't run Surgings? Well, this is your Surging at home, since it's a 0 cost card instead of a 2 cost card, and it has the natural go again, pairs really well even in turns we don't have our combo, since people will usually respect it, since it's just too much value if you're able to name it Surging Strike, or sometimes you can name it something else and you run the combo line for that as well in your Combo Zen. With Shifting Winds of the Mystic Beast and the ability to tutor cards, you're able to run actually multiple combo lines, not just the Descendant Bonds in your Combo Zen deck. Lastly, we want to discuss the choice of blues that we run in this deck. Differing from the Tiger Zen, where we want Tiger Generation and Tiger Buff blues, we want combo card blues. For example, we want the blue 100 Winds and the blue Flusterfist, so it's easier to search for our red Flusterfist on our combo turns, and the Transcend card that targets an attack. We want, since we want more of the Transcend cards, since we're more reliant on it than Tiger Zen, well, we're kind of forced into running the ones that target attacks which Tiger Zen builds usually run fewer number of combo transcend cards, since you don't really want ones that target attacks, since they're kind of iffy and a hassle to play. For example, if you have Wind Chakra and Grain that tips the scale, you can't Wind Chakra and then Grains, since Grains needs to target an attack. Meanwhile, for Combo Zen, you really want a Chi in your hand a lot of the times, so you run 8 or 9 out of the all possible 9 Transcend cards that you can run. So that's it for Combo Zen. You see how the two builds kind of differ, where Tiger Zen provides multiple chain links, you buff it, it's consistent. Meanwhile, Combo Zen wants to set up this really huge turn. You want to block first, you want to fill your graveyard, you really want your hand to align, and then you block with your Traverse the Universe and your leg piece, and then pop off with a massive hand and deal 30 plus damage in a turn. Next is Hybrid Zen, which is, why not both? You want the combo chain links of Descendant Bonds, but you're not running all 9. For example, Pudding Tam's hybrid only runs 4 to 5 Descendant Gust Waves and 3 only the red Bonds of Ancestry. You want the buff from Art of War and Ancestral Harmony, since in Hybrid Zen you're running a ton of combo cards, but you're running the Tiger combo cards as well. So you still have the Tiger payoff, which are combo cards that work with your Ancestral Harmony buffs, but they're cards that care about Tigers as well. For example, Chase the Tail, Mauling Key, and these Hybrid Zen lists usually run Pouncing Key on top of the Tiger Swipe as a good 0-cost Tiger cards that you can search with your single Chi hand, usually translates to 4 or 5 damage, which is really good because you can block 3 cards, usually 9 value, and still come back at them for 4 to 5. Next, for the choice of blues, is you want a mix of cards that either generate Tigers or buff Tigers, but you still want to lean in quite heavily on the combo aspect. For example, you'll still want to run red and blue 100 wins, not the yellow ones, and 1 or 2 Fluster Fist on top of your 3 red Fluster Fist, so it's easier to tutor. And these are cards with a combo keyword, which we want for our Ancestral Harmony. So after understanding what each of the decks look like, what they want to do, let's put it in a graph where how these cards affect how the deck plays out. Because these 3 decks play out quite differently, especially the Tiger and combo deck. They're on different parts of the spectrum. So on the x-axis, we have bricky normal turns to consistent normal turns. Normal turns, I put here, are turns where you're not comboing, the turns where you're just playing your 4-card hands, maybe playing 3 cards, arsenaling 1, where you're blocking 2 cards, playing 2 cards. It's how often. Bricky is when you have a 4-card hand, but you can't play all of them, since, for example, there's not enough go again, or the ratio of red to blues in the hand means you're not able to play out all the cards in the hand efficiently. For example, you have 3 reds that are costed 1, and you have 1 red that's costed 2. To play out that entire hand, you're most likely only playing 2 1-cost reds, which is terrible value for a 4-card hand. And consistent normal turns is where it's very easy for the deck to always play out the 4-card hand and get close to or above 12 value. Since that's the baseline, we're putting the value of 1 card at 3, so a 4-card hand should at minimum give you 12 value, both on blocks and on your turn in total. So we can see, and on the y-axis, we have low combo ceiling and high combo ceiling. So this is on your combo turns. How much damage can you do on that turn? For example, a low combo ceiling is your combo maximum combo when you align the arsenal 4 card hand and your traverse the universe plus your leg piece, your maximum damage output. How big can it get? A low combo ceiling would be anywhere around 25 to 28 damage, while a high combo ceiling is when you're presenting 40 plus damage in a single turn. Let's talk a little bit about Tiger Zen. Since he's like Fi, and hands are very rarely bricky, you're easily able to convert the 4 card hands efficiently, or you can play out 3 card hands and arsenal 1 to set up for a bigger turn next turn. It's very hard for you to get a hand, for example, Roar of the Tiger, Harmony, Red Harmony, a Blue Pitch, and then a Tiger Swipe. That's a hand that you can easily convert and play, and most of your hands look like that. You're able to generate good value, so you're never gonna lose tempo when you're attacking your opponent. They're just blocking you out. Your next hand, you're still gonna be able to present and pressure your opponent, so whenever they want to take the tempo or they want to attack you back, they're going to have to leak damage. And on the y-axis, the combo ceiling on Tiger Zen is a bit on the low side, since you're hard capped on the number of buffs that you can put on your Tiger in a single turn. The best case scenario is chaining Art of Wars into another buff effect. For example, Art of War into another Art of War, and then from the second Art of War you get a Roar of the Tiger, so your Tigers are coming in for 3. The highest I've got my Tigers in a single turn, the buff was at 5. That was very lucky. And not only do you need cards that buff your Tigers, you also need the Tiger generation. So for example, if you have a hand that can generate 3 Tigers and buff them 3 each, that's better than a hand that's able to buff your Tigers up to 4 but is only able to generate 2 Tigers. So you really need a good balance of Tiger buffs and Tiger creation or generation. Next, we'll go all the way to the Combo Zen. Combo Zen has a very high combo ceiling. You can see at the day 1 US Nationals, a Combo Zen was able to present a 40 plus damage turn, which can easily kill any hero that's sitting at 20 or less health, even after full blocks and from hand and equipment, since usually a full suite of equipments blocks, for example, 8. The average hand, if everything it blocks 3, they have 12 block value, so they can present 20 value on blocks. When they're at 20 life and you're presenting 40 damage, 40 minus 20 of their blocks still deals 20 damage to their life total. So the combo ceiling is very, very immense, and you're really able to one-shot an opponent who's allowing you to play with that massive 5, 6, 7 card hand. However, the trade-off is Combo Zen has really bricky normal turns. So whenever you play a really good turn, your opponent blocks you out, you draw your next 4, and it's a bunch of cards that has no go again, or it's a bunch of blues that don't attack, or a bunch of reds that has costs. So the opponent is easily able to take back tempo from you. So against decks that really need to be pressured, like Enigma, sometimes if they disrupt you on your combo turn and you're not able to finish them off, even Enigmas, who is often perceived as a good matchup for Zen, can be very troublesome for Combo Zen, who keeps bricking on their normal turns, and the Enigma is able to snowball their auras on board and keep tempo and pressure on you. Hybrid Zen is smack bang in the middle, since it runs a bit of both. It has the better consistency of the Tiger, since most of its 2-card hands you block 2 and then you play the 2 cards is very playable. Most of the 4 cards you can easily play 3 cards in Arsenal 1. The consistency of its normal turns is much better than Combo Zen, but still not on the level of Tiger Zen. Meanwhile, on the combo axis, since it has the Bonds of Ancestry, which is a really good card on your combo turn since it provides +1 to your chain link, so all your buff effects are effectively doubled whenever you play a Bonds, is really good for Hybrid Zen. However, since you're not running the full 9, you're not fully dedicated to doing a combo, you're still not doing the super ultra massive 50 damage turns that a full combo Zen can present. So, what type of Zen would you like to play? Choose for yourself. You want to do massive combo, but brick a lot during your normal setup turns, or be able to consistently pressure and have good alternative headpiece like Massive Momentum and Massive the Pouncing Links as the Tiger build, or just be a deck that's a little bit of both. That's for you to decide. We see that from the US Nationals, a lot of people are rating Zen highly, since Nationals happens only once a year, and it's usually the biggest tournament most players that are not doing this competitively every week that's going to attend. We can see 69 of them, nice, is running Zen. You can see where with Zen and all of its builds and its different archetypes is a force to be reckoned with. So my message for all of you is play Zen today. Try it out for yourself. Maybe he's the entryway for you who are not ninja mains to be the first ninja that you pick up, since the playstyles that he offers are very different in each of the 3 archetypes, and he might just entice you to pick a ninja up today. A PSA, success not guaranteed. That's it for Zen's showcase, the different flavors of Zen that you can enjoy, whether you like chocolate chip mint, strawberry cheesecake, or rum raisin. All 3 flavors of Zen are very playable, very powerful, and can win you those games. That's it for today, and as always, sampai goodbye.